this video is about, if you can spare me just few minutes, I will help you get rid of your emotional issues, and I'm not kidding. If you have some sort of an emotional block in your life, then this video is definitely for you. So let's begin by understanding how our mind works, because if we don't know how our mind works, how will we know where is the emotional block or mental block? So let's understand that this mind is like a building which has a lot of floors and it has a lot of rooms or maybe apartments. There is a traveler inside of this building which is going to a certain room. If I ask you that you think about the last maybe wedding you attended, your awareness or this man which is traveling inside the building will go to that particular floor in your mind, open that particular room, go and figure out what is happening there. So this is how awareness works in the mind. If I ask you to recall about some particular problem in your life, you will go there and you will open that door and just sit there and see what happened. And to be honest, our mind does not understand the difference between what is happening in the physical reality versus what is happening in the imagination. It's a strange thing, but yes, that happens, and this is how you're able to heal yourself. This is the power of our imagination. We can make our life hell through imagination, and we can also make our life beautiful like anything through our imagination. And this awareness is something which is the key. If you can take hold of this awareness, no matter what is happening outside, and you have a command on this awareness, understand that you have become the master of your mind. It's actually not master of your mind, it's mastering the awareness in the mind, but people don't generally understand what is awareness. So let's keep it very simple. Let's call it master your mind. So now, since we are talking about awareness moving from one place to another, opening a door and going there, feeling everything. So let's say you have an emotional block, you have gone through, let's say, some sort of a childhood trauma, where maybe you've seen your parents fighting, for example, which you did not like. For sure, nobody likes to see people fight, especially to children. So if you want to resolve it right now, this is one emotional block that we're trying to solve. What will you do? Take a deep breath first of all. Make yourself comfortable right now. Inhale and exhale, because it's very important that you make your body feel comfortable before you start any process. Keep a glass of water as well. That's why psychologists and everybody else out there who's into therapy and all make you drink water during the session of counseling, because it's kind of bringing your awareness back to the present moment, and it's also making you feel secure. This activity will help you understand that your imagination is different from your reality. That's why drinking a glass of water or taking a long deep breath is very important. The next thing that we'll do is, now we'll take our awareness to that particular event. Whatever we remember about that event. Maybe you saw your parents had a very difficult time. They were not going well together. Even you also suffered a lot of problems in your childhood. I am just making things up. You can go and think about it. Maybe write about it. Maybe you're feeling anxious right now. Maybe you're feeling unloved. Those feelings are very important, because feelings are something that has impacted your subconscious mind. To be honest, subconscious mind is just a layer of memory. Don't complicate things. We'll keep it very simple. So if you have a collection of memory in the subconscious mind and it has a lot of emotions involved into it, be it good or be it bad, that is what is manifesting in your life as well. That's why you're repeating in that trauma again and again. That is karma. So if you are not resolving that karma consciously by going to that memory, resolving it, you will see that things in your life in the physical reality is also manifesting equally, because anything which manifests in a physical plane is created in the mental plane first. So it's cause and effect as per Hindu philosophy, or it's just a simple action reaction thing. Now think about that event, bring it in front of you. Try to reflect upon it from a bigger and higher perspective. Just think about how that particular life incident has impacted you until now. Can you do something about changing the emotions of that particular memory? Maybe that particular memory has given you a very difficult and very rough time. Do you not want to change it now? It's very important to change it, because if you don't put positive energy into that particular area of your mind, it will keep manifesting in your life and that will become your reality. So if you can just think about that event, take long deep breaths and try to gain a better perspective about that event. How can you do that? Just think about that your parents or whoever has given you a tough time in life was also a human being. They were capable of making mistakes, and most of the times human beings are not even aware what they're doing to other people. Some people may look like they are doing things intentionally, but honestly they are also suffering internally within their minds, and that's what they're replicating in the outside world. They've had their own share of traumas in life, and that's what they're replicating to the other people as well. So once you have figured out that that particular event is making you fearful maybe, or sad or anxious, what can you do differently now to make that child feel better? And that's what all the people who are counseling or psychologists or a lot of healers are doing out there. They're just trying to help you bring that memory in a safe space and helping you look at it in a better perspective, or forgiving your parents or forgiving someone who has hurt you. This is the only way of dealing with emotional wounds. You cannot just go back in time and take revenge from someone, come back here and then live your normal life. If you'll have feelings of revenge, hatred and any sort of a negative feelings, you will never be able to progress in life. This is not how life works, and you'll end up manifesting negative things in life. You'll end up attracting situations which have equal frequency and vibration in your life, because this is how manifestation works. Manifestation, people think it's about attracting wealth, attracting material world, but it's simply about changing your inner reality so that you are not at all impacted by the outer reality. You're so content within yourself that you don't depend upon the external reality change. If you become so resolved internally, if this is the level that you have achieved in life, you don't need to watch this video at all, because you are already there. You don't need any help in life. You are your own angel. You know how to lean on your own spine. And there's one thing that I learned from my guru Dandpani, that if someone is making you do the inner work yourself and is making you lean on your own spine, that is a true guru. If someone is making you rely upon somebody else out there and some external things around you, it means they themselves are not currently resolved at that level. They are also vibrating at a very different frequency, and it just kind of complemented you. That's why you attracted that person, and it's again the karma which is building. Right now you need to break that karma, come out of that cycle. What do I mean by that is reflect upon the things that has happened in your past differently, with more love, with more positivity, with more understanding that we all are a part of some divine power. If you can't think about it, maybe there's more reflection which is needed from your end, and I'm sure it will lead you somewhere. Love is the ultimate answer to every problem in life. If you're not able to resolve something, you have not given enough love or attention to that particular issue of your life. And holding grudges, resentment, hatred, anger is something which is always going to pull you down. It's all about frequencies and vibrations. So try to bring everything in front of you, no matter how difficult it is, to really confront those issues. When you bring the problems in front of you and into attention, half of the work is done, because now you know the problem is this. Because sometimes we keep thinking about other issues in the life which are not even a problem. We are just trying to cover the original problem, that we are not able to let go of anybody. We are not able to forgive someone, or we still have hatred towards any XYZ person in our life. So hatred, anger, resentment doesn't take you anywhere. Only love, understanding and forgiveness does. So this is one way to resolve your emotional issues. There's another way as well. If things don't make sense at all. Let's say if you have someone who is very much energy draining in your life and you just don't know what to do, right? It can happen that some people are like that, and we, for the time being, we're not able to, make peace with them. For them, the only way out there is to create some distance, not in a negative way, only with affection. Create affectionate detachment with such people, and you'll find your peace. You cannot just hate someone even from a distance and think about that I've created my distance and my work is done. If you'll have that feeling of hatred, even if the person is extremely negative or whatever, you will never be able to make progress, specifically mentally. So that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video, and I think this is one thing that will help you throughout your life. And this is why I feel meditating every day is very important, because when we meditate every day, we bring the problems of everyday life into attention, and till the time we have resolved it, we cannot move further. So when we sit for meditation, our awareness travels here and there. We try to bring it to one place. If it's going again and again to a particular place which is making a lot of noise, it means there is some problem which you need to solve. And that's how our karmas get resolved when we meditate. Maybe I'll keep this particular topic for another time. I had a lovely time talking about this topic. This is one of my favorite topics. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.